What's up guys, got another product review for you and I'm really excited about it. Now, you may have seen the little pop-up at the bottom left corner of the screen. It says paid promotion. Now, this is a paid promotion. Freshpark did pay for the production cost of this rail. When I spoke to them, I let them know that this is gonna be completely unbiased and I'm gonna do my absolute best. But full disclosure, I gotta let anyone know when we get paid for any type of video. So, this is the Freshpark world-class grind rail. I'm pretty excited about it because it's got a few things from what I saw online that are different than any other grind rail on the market. So let's get this sucker unboxed and see what's inside. It's got definitely got some weight to it and it looks like it's 6 feet long, so we'll see. There we go. All right, so here's the first unique thing that I saw about this rail. What would you call this? Would you call this a flat bar or a round bar? It's both. Flat on the top and bottom and then round on the edges. I have never seen a rail like this at a skate park or anything. I think that it might skate pretty well. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. And it is all one piece, so a lot of rails come in 2 separate pieces that you put together, and that has, you know, pros and cons with it. Number one, you don't have to worry about there being a crack there or it like getting bent and shifting or anything like that, but it also could be a bad thing because if you want to transport it, it's a little bit more difficult to transport. You got to have that extra space. All right, so these are going to be extensions and more extensions. So it comes with, what are these for? It looks to me that it comes with 2 separate sized extensions. Because if you look here, you just have, I guess, 3 options here, and then you can make it a little bit shorter using this piece. Interesting. We'll see how this sucker goes together. This is the other interesting thing here. Most rails that I've seen that have extensions, you put a little pin in there to hold it into place. Well, this, it has like a different type of mechanism. It's also another thing I've never seen before. So there's like a knob that I'm guessing just screws in there and you just twist it to tighten it. I don't know, we'll see. And 2 more pieces that I don't know what they do and we will find out. These look to be some sort of brackets. No instruction manual? All right, no instruction manual. Gotta play it by ear, figure it out. I don't know what those brackets are for. Huh, see, here's some other pieces here. What are they for? I don't know. We've got an Allen key and some bolts and washers. What in the world is this for? Looking at the feet, it does have extra stability on the left and right to keep this part from bending, which is really nice to see. And then it's got the rubber pads on the bottom. Is it rubber? Feels like plastic. I don't think that's rubber, I think it's plastic. Rubber is better, but maybe it is. It's just really, it's really hard. We'll see if it works out here on this concrete. Pretty slick concrete, so. All right, let's just try using the lower extensions first. You've got a top and a bottom that this is gonna have to screw into. So we'll do it at its highest setting with the shorter bar, and it literally just, you line up the holes, it screws right in. This one, all right, we're in there. That's 2, all right. Wobble test, does it wobble? Dude, like hardly at all. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's one of the best like wobble tests I've ever done. All right, that's nice and sturdy. All right, I still have no idea what these pieces are for. You know what? I think I know what it is. There's these holes here, and I think they line up. I think that it goes on this way. Those nuts and bolts go through there. You screw this in, and I think this is a bracket that will hold an extension. Just from looking at other products that they sell like a kit that comes with other extensions and stuff like that. So I don't know if you can purchase those individually and add it to it. I think they have pole jams. It comes straight up from the ground and comes up this way, and then you can use this bracket to hold it into place, and it'll sit flush on the top. But I don't have those, and I don't know if you can even purchase those separately. I know they have a kit that comes with those, like and a rail and a rainbow rail and all that stuff, but you can definitely just check out their website and see if you can buy it separately. This is already at a decent height. I'm gonna measure it before I skate it, but it's gonna get, that thing gets up there. It gets really high. We'll see how it goes. I think it said it goes from 9 inches to 19 inches. So this is the highest setting on the smallest insert, and this one is about 14 inches. Which is, for me, pretty ideal. It's gonna be interesting making it all the way up to 19 inches. That's like 5 inches higher. Probably made for BMX riders, not for skateboarders. All right, let's skate this sucker. We're gonna try it without wax. I'm pretty sure I can find some wax. I don't know exactly where it is, but I might have some in my car or something. But we're gonna see how it skates without wax first, see how well it holds up. Seems to be all right. Oh, it stuck a little bit. That's probably just my board. There we go. Go, frog, go. Go. Hop away. You can do it. It's definitely sturdy. I don't think it's shifted at all on this concrete. I mean, of course, it's easy to kick around like that, but with your weight on it, it really doesn't move, which is really good. Uh-oh. Popped out. I'm pretty sure the plastic popping off the end of the rail happens on literally every single rail. There we go. Woo! I'm gonna see if I can find some wax for that trick because it's sticking a little bit. I might have some, so I'll be right back. Found some wax. So far, it's been pretty good. Doesn't really need wax off rip, but now all the paint's coming off my board, so it's time. Okay, that was dope. I actually had a pretty good session on it. I'm liking it so far, for sure. Now, let's raise it up all the way to 19 inches and see if I can actually even do anything on it. This part's a little annoying, but it's nice having the option. You just gotta make sure, you know, you don't lose any of the pieces. I'm gonna be very limited as to what I can do at this height, that's for sure. Oh, dude, all right, let's see. The big reveal. Ugh. That's so tall. That's at my knee, for sure. Definitely gonna limit what I can do because I cannot jump. I think that this is specifically for BMX riders, but we're gonna skate it, who cares? There we go. Oh! God. All right, that's what I was afraid of. Here's the thing, the higher it is, the easier it is for it to topple over because the legs aren't super wide. And obviously the legs can't be ridiculously wide because you'll run into them, they'll be all up in the way. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. I think I'm done skating it at this height, that's crazy. So I totally forgot to measure it, let's see. That's 20 inches. On the box it says 9 to 19. I don't know if they meant like the middle of the rail, but the top of the rail, that's about 20 inches. Yeah, that's right at it. I could definitely see like if you had a kicker or something, that's a great height. But when you come into something like that half cab board that I was doing, if you hit it sideways, boom, you're risking it toppling over. There's one other thing I want to check on the feet. If I pull this off, will there be a hole where you can drill it into like another surface so you can keep it steady? Maybe I can pry it up off of this. No mounting hole. Without a mounting hole, if you do raise it up high, maybe probably even a couple inches lower than this, you're gonna risk it tipping over, and these feet aren't very wide. Now, that's nothing to say about the feet. The feet are fine, but if you're gonna raise it up this high, I would recommend being able to mount it. And they don't have that option. Like literally, if they just put a hole there, maybe a hole through here, so you don't have to worry about taking these off, then it'd be perfect for mounting on any type of surface. I'm just gonna put it at its absolute lowest and just have a little fun on it, and then we're gonna wrap everything up by me giving my final thoughts. I was just switching it to its lowest setting, and there is a little problem. If you look at this bar, 3 here, 3 here. All right, if you do this one all the way far in as it can go, then you can't put this one in all the way. So you can't make it that low, which is, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, just for future reference. Like if anybody's trying to put it together, you will run into that problem, but I get why it's like that. So if you want, I guess I would just not ever put it on that hole, that top hole, and just put it here or here, and then you can now adjust it to whatever height you want from this part right here. It's probably kind of pointless to have that third hole right there. If you just always leave it in on the first two, then you can make the adjustments from here. But I guess it just leaves you the option of you can keep one or the other fixated in at all times, and then either just adjust the bottom pieces when you want or just adjust the top pieces when you want. But it kind of threw me off a little bit right when I first did it. So anyway, let's skate this sucker. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up with a few final thoughts. Now, I've come up with a list of 6 categories, and I'm gonna give it either a pass or a fail or an undecided. So here is the first one. All right, stability. It's definitely very stable, so I'm gonna give that a pass. Barely wiggles at all. Like, this is one of the best I've seen when it comes to stability, so 100% pass on that one. All right, adjustability, it is gonna be definitely a pass because there is a high level of adjustability. You can do it really low for beginners and super high for like too high almost, which is pretty cool. You do have to make sure you keep all of the pieces together. With other rails, it doesn't have that extra height pieces to put in there, so make sure you keep track of everything. I can see someone definitely losing them, so that's a slight side note that might be an issue for some, but just keep track of your stuff. All right, here we go. Length, it's a good length. It's about the same length as all other rails on the market around this price point. 6 feet long, can't really complain about it that much, so that's gonna be a pass. But as a side note, it's not easy to transport because it doesn't split in half. Take that for what you will. Next is durability. Durability is going to be a pass. Now, I obviously only skated this for about an hour and I didn't put it through all of its paces. I mean, if you got, people ranging from a little kid that's 60 pounds to dudes that are like 200 pounds, if this thing is gonna take a beating, just like all other rails. We can't adequately, completely test its durability, but just from, an hour-long session, it seems like it's really durable and stable. It feels like it's got a lot of weight and made out of solid materials, and it has extra support for the legs to keep it from bending, which is always nice to see. Price, this is, as of today, me shooting this video, it's $140, so that's gonna be a pass because most other rails that are this size and height and everything are gonna be within this same price range, usually ranging from like 140, 150, 160, somewhere all the way up to 200. So this is within that price range, so definitely gets a pass. All right, and the final thing is the shape, and it's probably the most unique thing about this rail. And I'm gonna label that an undecided because after skating it for an hour, I did notice you can feel, when you hit like 50-50s and crooks, it feels like a round rail. And when you hit board slides and stuff like that, it feels like a square rail. And it does take a little bit of getting used to. And if you're, like everyone else that skates, you're typically either going to be skating a round rail or a flat rail. And you kind of have a mentality where you know how to skate each, so you're prepared for it mentally going into your tricks. With this one, it can be a little bit tricky, and you do have to get used to it a little bit. So I can see that some people may not like it. Honestly, it's the best of both worlds if you can't afford both types of rails and you want to learn how to skate both types of rails. So it could definitely be a good thing or a bad thing. So we're just going to say undecided on that one. So some additional side notes. One thing that's a little bit disappointing is that there are no holes in the legs to drill it into another surface, which can be a problem if you're raising it up really high. So if you have like a concrete surface that you're fine with putting holes in, or if you have like a wooden box or something that you want to put it into, you're gonna have to drill those holes manually. And it's definitely gonna be an issue if you raise it up really high. It's very unstable when it's really high. So having those holes where you could drill it into something would definitely be an awesome addition to see in the future. We'll see. And the other side note is that it does actually go lower than this. Off camera, before we did this stand-up, we thought we had it at its lowest setting, and it's not. It's at 11 inches right now, and it does go all the way down to 9 inches. Basically what you do is you just take out this top screw right here and just pull it out, and it'll sit down all the way. So we didn't have a chance to skate it like that, but I'm sure it's 2 inches lower, so it's even better for beginning skaters. So that about wraps it up. That's gonna be 5 passes and 1 undecided. There's a link in the description if you want to check out their website or check out the Amazon link or whatever and see if this might be the product for you. Thanks for sticking with us through this entire review. I hope that it helped and might help you decide on any type of rail that you're looking for purchasing. Now, we've got a whole ton of stuff coming up. Freshpark's gonna send us some more stuff. RampTech's got some stuff coming, and we're hoping to get even more stuff so we can show you guys the pros and the cons of everything out there on the market so you can make the decision for yourself.